Good afternoon and welcome to another video here on Adventure Sean. Today I'm going to be making my way over to Liberty Island to go and see the famous Statue of Liberty that of course was a gift from France to the United States of America and was erected on the island in 1886. Very much looking forward to getting over there. I've actually booked a ticket online that allows me not just to go to the pedestal level but actually go to the crown at the top of the Statue of Liberty, and these are limited tickets. There's only a few hundred of these a day that are actually released. I actually managed to get them booked as soon as I booked the flights. It was a bit of a last minute trip, as you know, but as soon as I booked the flights I managed to book these tickets to go up to that level, which is of course very exciting. Now in terms of where you go to get to the island, because of course it is located quite far out from New York itself, now to get there you need to go on a ferry, and the ferry also takes you to another island as well called Ellis Island, which is located close to it as well. It takes you to Liberty Island first and then round to Ellis Island, where you've got the immigration museum and everything on there, but that's something for another time for me this trip. I'm not really going to have the time unfortunately to go and walk around there, but yes, in terms of Liberty Island, you head over this way to get your tickets and everything. You can pick them up if you booked them online. And yeah, you go through a security area by the looks of it in a marquee just over there, what's going to take me through. Basically I'll get through and onto the ferry just there, so it's very, very exciting. And yes, join me as we head over to Liberty Island here on Adventure Sean. Right then, off we go on the ferry to Liberty Island. That's where all the security checks were, just inside the marquee just there. Standard style security checks that you'd find in an airport, where you go through the body scanners and your bags get scanned as well. This is my first chance of seeing the buildings from a distance as well. Of course, One World Trade Center just over there. All of Battery Park. Yeah, like I mentioned in my video from One World Trade Center at the observatory, make sure you check it out if you've not seen it. I didn't realise quite how far out the Statue of Liberty was. Obviously I knew you had to get a boat out to it. Hey, seagull. I knew you had to get a boat out to it, but I didn't realise quite how far out it was actually from the city. Beautiful views there of the New York skyline. It's a beautiful walk around here as well. I've actually just walked down, all down the side here. Very, very nice. Got some great pictures. Wow. Spin you around this way. Oh, we've got an extra passenger on board down here. Brilliant views there, looking back towards New York. Obviously that's where we're heading, all the way over there. You can just see her peeking out there in the distance. Lady Liberty. Massive boats, there's a little shop on board to get snacks and things. Toilet facilities. We're making our way over there. I'll zoom in for you. Shows just how far away it is. And of course, the further away we get there from the city, the closer we get to the Statue of Liberty. Wow. Me gusta. What an absolutely incredible view. Of course, in the foreground, the Statue of Liberty with a nice backdrop there of New York. I really like how the boat brings you round the side of her, so you get some really good footage. Of course, some fantastic photos. So the journey there took just under 15 minutes to get from Battery Park here to Liberty Island. And yeah, some beautiful views. Like I said, it's great how they bring you around the front of the statue, so you can get some really nice footage, and especially with the city just behind her, which is great. And talking of the city, we're going to get some great views from up here as well, looking across. Absolutely fantastic. Oh wow, here's another really nice photo opportunity just ahead, of course, in the background. One World Trade Center. And here the United States of America flag. Here we are. It's huge on here, isn't it? You don't realise how big the island is itself. It's not just a small area. Audio tours are available, she says. Right, here we go. I've got to find out now where I go to go on the go up the top, because like I say, the audio guys being upsold. Yeah, basically, because like I say, it's very limited to just a few hundred people. It's sold out, as we saw from the signs back on the mainland itself. So yeah, like, it's going to be interesting just to find out where the entrance to that's going to be. It's not too busy here on the island at all, actually, and if you take a right when you get to the flag just there, you'll come here to the main building for the statue entrance, and of course there she is. We're around the other side of her at the moment, but yeah, we'll head down this way because on the right hand side it says Crown ticket holders, so I'll head inside there and yeah, let's go up to the crown on the Statue of Liberty. Right then, so after going into the ticket centre, of course I have my ticket scanned to go to the crown, and you also have to put all your bags as expected into a locker. So it's worth pointing out that the cameras and everything like that you do need to carry all the way up to the top. So you either want a strap that goes around your neck or some big pockets, because you are allowed to put things in your pockets like a bottle of water and things, but yeah, you just can't have any bags at all. The lockers are $2 for 2 hours. Of course, you're not going to be up there for 2 hours, so the museum's to the left. We'll have a look in there later on. So yeah, pedestal and crown access up these steps. But yeah, you actually had to also then go through another security search as well. So after having your ticket scanned, putting your bag in a locker, yeah, you then have to get scanned again and take your belt off and everything. So you know, it's safety first, isn't it, with things like this, and with it being a national treasure for America, they want to protect it and make sure that it's 100% safe. So of course I fully respect that. There is a lift up to the pedestal, or you can take the steps, which is much more fun. So let's carry on up. I'll see when we get a bit further up. It's not actually that bad. There's only 67 steps to go. Not bad at all, especially when you've done the likes of Arc de Triomphe and stuff in Paris in France. That's quite a lot of steps to go up there. But yeah, in strong winds, it says here the Statue of Liberty can sway 3 inches, whilst the torch can sway almost 6 inches. There you go, fun facts for you. Let's carry on. You see that's another 3 steps down. Keep going, get me step counting. New Year and all that. Get me exercising. Oh, fire exit here where we get our first little glimpse out. There you go, so it's not an exit, but it's a door. Right, let's keep going. 45 steps. Nearly there now. Keep going up. The steps weren't that bad there at all. It only took about 3 minutes to get up to here, and well worth it for the views. And obviously this is the pedestal level, so this is the highest point you can go unless you've got a crown ticket, but like I say, luckily I have, so we'll have a little look round here first. But a few little facts for you from looking online about the Statue of Liberty. The height of it is 151 feet, the actual statue itself, and then from ground level, of course from the bottom here of the pedestal right down there, it's a total of 305 feet. So there you go, it's quite tall, isn't it? Here's a little spin round looking back towards it. Of course the best views are really from down on ground level, and afterwards I'll go back out the front and have a good look. Yeah, let's walk around here. Of course some fantastic views across to New York City. Brooklyn Bridge there on the right hand side. So many different viewpoints I've seen so far, and of course make sure you check out the various different vlogs here on Adventure Sean if you've not seen them. Quite a lot of space up here, it doesn't feel too out in the open either for anyone who might be a bit iffy with the heights. I do apologise a bit about the wind noise. So that's where the boat came in, just over there. That's the new museum that they're building at the moment, what we'll have a look at shortly. You get some great views up there when that's complete. And of course this is where I went in there for the ticket centre and the second security screening. Follow it around this way. Hope there'll be a board with some more fascinating facts at some point for me to tell you all. Another huge bridge over there, massive suspension bridge, that one. Looks a bit like the Humber Bridge back in the UK. Wonder which one's bigger. I can't quite tell the scale of that one over there. The Humber Bridge was once the biggest in the world. Fun little fact for you, and there's a video about that actually here on Adventure Sean, so make sure you watch that as well. Of course, quite a few different ferries, and that's your main position to be down there. That's where you want to be for your fantastic photos. But yeah, let's head inside. And this is going to be fun going up the staircase now. I was saying how easy them other steps were just. I don't think these ones are going to be quite as easy as we go up to the crown. There's a little look at the staircase that I'm going to be making my way up very shortly. Yeah, I think I'm going to be a bit tired when I get to the top of that one. Right, so it's 146 steps from here to the top of the crown. All you need to do is just show your wristband that you get given if you've got a top of the crown ticket, and then they just cut it off, which gives you access to these steps right up the middle of the Statue of Liberty. I think he said there's 5 rest points as we make our way up as well. It's quite interesting to see the inside, isn't it? I can't say I've ever seen any pictures of the inside. They've all made the journey, and let's go. It's a very thin staircase for this one. If you are scared of heights, this might not be the one for you. And like I say, I don't think it's going to be that tall up there. Oh, and if you are a tall person, you've got to watch your head here as well. Oh wow, this is probably the the tightest staircase I've ever been in. Wow. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think Alex would fit if I'd have brought Alex. I think he'd have hit his head. Oh my god. And it's even harder holding the camera because look at this. Here's the steps just in front of me. Wow. Here we am climbing up the Statue of Liberty in New York. Wow. It's a resting point here. Good timing for this one, I think. Oh. And breathe. Oh. I tell you what, people must have been a lot smaller back in 1886 when this was built. Oh. Still going. I don't even know if we're halfway in here yet. Okay, we're nearly here. Oh, that's a nice surprise. Oh, here we go then. So I've made it up the stairs just here. Oh, thank God for that. And here I am, in the crown of the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, I thought it was going to be smaller, but it's absolutely tiny, isn't it? There's not much space at all.
So when did the renovation of the staircase happen?
Amazing. Here's a look out of the windows of a crown. I look down there towards all the crowds. And not that many of them today actually. It's not too busy over here. It's a weekday today. Wow, and obviously the boat about half an hour ago came out the front of it just here. Views over towards New York. The views to New York are probably better from on the pedestal, actually. This more faces the other way, doesn't it? Out towards the land over there again. Wow. Of course, Brooklyn. Get good views of Brooklyn over there in the distance. But yeah, I said down the bottom that I thought it was going to be small in here. It really is, like, it's absolutely tiny.
I've heard of them, I just didn't know where they were. Yes, yeah.
So I believe you used to actually be able to go to the top of the torch. That's something what stopped many, many years ago. But yeah, like when it first opened, the torch used to be accessed, and it's just up the top there. You can just see the bottom of the torch. Wow.
Yes.
A couple of guides up here as well, giving you information, which is cool. Wow.
See that lit up canvas for face, and then the ladder of the torch where it says no admittance.
Oh, it is her nose. Sorry, I'm going to take a quick photo.
Absolutely fascinating, isn't it? And I was just talking to the man at the top there who was giving me a bit of information about it all, and these are the steps what used to actually take you up. Well, they still do take you up to the torch, but it's literally a ladder what takes you up there, so there's no chance to be able to allow anybody up there in this day and age. It'd be a health and safety nightmare. But he was lucky enough to actually go up there. I think he said he's been up there 3 times, and I can imagine the view up there is amazing. He just showed me a few photos actually. But yes, it's now the way back down. There is no time limit for how long you can be up there, but obviously you've got to think about everybody else who wants to see it as well. A little look down in the structure there. Yeah, if you don't like heights, this one is not for you. Yeah, you could also feel the structure swaying quite a lot as well, but he does say that it's built, of course, for hurricane strong winds. You know, it's got to be. It was all designed with that when it was initially built. So he says it doesn't have to close at all during the wind. I mean, he was shaking one of the bars up there and you could feel the structure moving. I know it sounds silly, but just from him shaking it. Carry on walking around, you got all the rest areas again at the sides. Absolutely fascinating, isn't it? Oh, that's a nice angle. We're going to take some photos from here. What an amazing opportunity there to be able to get one of those tickets to climb up to the top of the Statue of Liberty. Absolutely amazing, and like I say, I booked that a few weeks back. As soon as I booked the flights, I was straight on with it, and today was the only day of my trip. Bear in mind, I'm here for 7 days. It was the only day where I could get tickets for that, and I looked the next day and they'd sold out, you know, so you've got to be on them straight away if you do want to do that, because it's one of them things, isn't it? You come here, and as much as the views are actually better here from the pedestal level, because you don't really get to see the city from when you're facing that way, but of course it's the experience, it's the steps what make that, to be honest, and going up inside the structure and seeing it all, and of course feeling that sway as well that you certainly don't feel down here. But that was brilliant. What an amazing experience that was. Probably one of my favourite things, but I've done that, going up them steps. The only thing that I can really compare it to is the Eiffel Tower when I went, because obviously you can climb up to level 2 of the Eiffel Tower, but the steps on there are really wide. That's definitely the tightest staircase I've ever been in, but yeah, definitely try and get tickets to do that. At the time of recording, I think it was about $21 I paid. That was for the ferry over to look around the museum and everything and go up to the top, so not too bad at all actually with that. And yeah, I'm going to make my way down now. We'll have a look out the front and of course have a look in the museum as well here at the Statue of Liberty. So these here are some of the bolts that are actually helping to keep the statue secure. A little bit of information about them just there. Stretch approximately 60 feet, 18.3 meters, from the top of the pedestal to this point, where the bolts are tightened and they create equal stress on each tension bar and pull the statue down onto the pedestal. When the statue was built, a giant wrench was used to tighten the bolts. There you go, fascinating fact for you there. Massive bolts though, aren't they? So on the way down, like I say, this section here to the pedestal, you can get a lift if you want to, but you know what I'll say, there's no fun in that. Unless you have to use the lift, I'd definitely use the stairs. Gets your step count in, doesn't it? Does it count going down, step count? I don't know. Maybe. Here we are. Let's go and have a look round. This is quite a nice area to walk around and get some views. Obviously we're not on the top pedestal just up there, but we're on the one just underneath it. Of course you've got a few different levels here. Again, I'd definitely say the views are better from lower down. I'd say that pedestal where I was just up there is definitely the best place for the views, but obviously the experience, you want to be going all the way up as far as you can go, naturally. But yeah, this is just as iconic in itself, the shape of this around here. And of course I've still not seen it from the main point yet, around the front. Looks like this will be a really nice view actually, going a little bit further over on that corner where they are. Gives you a good idea of the size of it here though. There she is. Yeah, let's go down this way and have a little look over there. Oh yes, that's a wonderful view over here from the front. It's crazy to think that I've just climbed up the inside of there, isn't it? Amazing. Really did enjoy that. Of course, if we spin around this way, got a little bit of information here, a bit of history about some of the islands around here and the military forts of New York Harbour. Of course, we're on Liberty Island. You then got Ellis Island, which is number 7. That is the island just over there on the left-hand side. There's quite a few buildings on there actually. And then Governor's Island 5 and 6, which is over there just ahead of us. But you get some fantastic views in a helicopter. My parents have actually done a helicopter flight before over New York. A little bit jealous of that. I would have liked, and maybe in the future I'll get to do it. Would have liked to have done that this trip. Of course, for a solo traveller, that's quite expensive doing that. You want a few of you, don't you, really, doing a helicopter. There you go, quite a bit of information there. Really nice point, and hopefully we can get down into the museum here, because I keep seeing signs for exit, but it doesn't say exit a museum. If not, I'm going to have to ask to go back into the museum, because obviously I didn't want to do that first. I wanted to go up first. I was excited. And there she is. So just reading this one here, it's quite fascinating because it used to be known as Bedloe's Island instead of Liberty Island. Bit of information here as well. The creator of the statue looked at various other locations before he realised that this tiny, well-placed island in New York Harbour was the ideal site for his creation. And of course, a photo down there of Queen Mary passing the Statue of Liberty in 1964. Look at the New York skyline back then. It's amazing how much it's changed now, isn't it? Much taller buildings now. So as I'm making my way down the steps, it does actually bring you back into the main hub area here underneath Statue of Liberty, where we can get the access around to the museum. A little bit of information just here as well. All about the torch and the flame. That one's a fantastic photo there. Shows just how small the torch actually is for when people would have gone up there. That's quite interesting. So the torch was actually brought to New York, put on display, and then it went back to Paris, awaiting assembly with the rest of the statue. Oh, that's fascinating. I never knew that. So there it was on display before being gifted to the US. Right, let's head around this way to the museum. I'm not too sure how big it is or what else there's going to be in there, because we found out a lot of information from a lot of the plaques going around, but we'll find out. And then of course have another look outside of the other security area that we're now in. It's very secure on here, which is great. Ooh, okay, it's big. Artifact Conservation Project 2019. National Park Service and its partner, the Statue of Liberty Ellis Island Foundation, will open the new Statue of Liberty Museum. So next time I come, I have to go and check that one out. So I assume all these items are going to be relocated into there. Lots of reading material yet again. Interesting. This shows how the design changed a lot during the planning process. Lots of different images used for inspiration. Shaping the Colossus. Wow. Amazing images. Full-scale plaster model of the left ear. It's a replica of the original plaster ear made between 1876 and 77. That's a really cool image. Really gives you an idea on the size of it. All the workforce involved there. God, it's huge in here, isn't it? Renovation in progress. I assume they're gradually moving bits from here over to the new museum. It's all about the engineering of it. Obviously, as you mentioned when we was up there, it sways quite a lot. It's just copper skin, weighs more than 62,000 pounds, 28.12 metric tons. Well, that's a little look at the structure inside. Kind of works a bit like this here. So this shows how the Statue of Liberty was first erected in Paris. That's crazy, I never knew that. You learn a lot, don't you, when you come to these sort of places. Oh, and there she is, look. How amazing is that? Building something that big and then taking it down. Winter and spring, 1884. A couple of years before it was located here. So these are all different concepts for the pedestal. Could have looked very different, couldn't it? I do like the one that they went for though. Unless maybe I just think that because it's the one that I've seen in person, I'm not too sure, but for me, out of the three designs there, that one does look the better of the three. Really nice images. Yeah, you do get a lot for your money when you come here. Definitely shop about as well. Use the official site instead of using some of the unofficial sites, because when I looked for tickets, some were charging $45, I think it was, when, like I say, on the official site it's only 21. Shows here how a lot of work has been done to it over the years. And there we are, looking down across the whole structure. I can say that I've been up them steps now to the crown platform. Head arches, the shoulder. There is an emergency elevator there as well. We did see that when I was going up the steps actually. Fascinating. Complete at last, the Statue of Liberty. Enlightening the world. It's wonderful, isn't it? It's such a nice story behind it. Telling us here it was shipped from Paris to America. That took a long time. I just always assumed it was built here. I didn't realise that it was actually brought over. Well, the museum is huge, really nice in here. You can spend probably about an hour or so just reading all the different exhibits. This is quite an interesting section. So this tells us how the statue is being exploited really over the years for advertising and to sell products, as you can see there, from cigars to soap, and some different examples of that all around here. I suppose you don't think of that, but yeah, you do see her in a lot of places. It's such an iconic thing to see. I'm so pleased that I've managed to come here and actually see it. Not just see it, but go up it. A look at where I was earlier on, right in there. And then this brings us round to the exit of the museum. Well, that was absolutely wonderful. I'm going to head outside now, back onto the actual island section itself, where you don't have to be inside and through the security area. Get my bag, have a drink, and just sit down and enjoy the view. And of course, have a look from right out the front again, but lower down as well. So also here on the island, there is a huge gift shop, and it's got a 50% off sale at the moment. There you go, buy one, get one 50% off. But yeah, let's have a look at some of the merchandise available. Of course, you can get these statues of the Statue of Liberty. Of course, we've had a look in all the gift shops at the various different attractions that I've been to so far here on Adventure Shore on this New York trip. Postcards. The foam crowns, actually, only $3. Should take one back for Charlotte. Get her to wear it, like Alton Towers opening day or something. Big ones there. Got some mugs over here, lot. New York generic ones, some quite classy Statue of Liberty ones. Then you got that one that's just out there, 2 for $20 at the time of recording. Commemorative Coke bottles. Ooh, what's this over here? Of course, t-shirts, hoodies, everything imaginable that you can get in a lot of gift shops. And there he is, the man himself. The Statue of Liberty from 1886. I don't think the foam crowns are too bad for $3. Shall I get one? I'm so tempted. Take it back as Charlotte's gift from this trip. Think she'd enjoy that? Comment below. Even though if I'm buying it, I need to buy it now before I've even rendered and uploaded the video, but yeah, you know what I mean. And just next door to that gift shop is another one. There's also the Crown Cafe in here as well that serves all sorts of hot meals, and the prices aren't too bad actually. The portions look alright as well from what I saw just. Another gift shop, model there, Brooklyn Bridge. New York, the Wonder City.
Meeting inside the renamed Federal Hall, the first
those different books and everything.
Introduced by James Madison.
Yeah. Right, let's carry on going round on the outside. So I've picked up my bag and I'm back outside of the indoor area now, and let's have a little walk around the rest of the island and of course get that view from a little bit lower down at the front of the statue, where we can see the Liberty bike, an ambassador of freedom. Bit more information there as well. It's quite hard to see from this side because of the reflection, but it's not much better there either, is it, to be honest? But yeah, there's a nice bike in there, motorbike. And we'll go around this way. Let's have a quick look at the plans for the museum here actually as well. So now this looks like it'll be really nice, and it seems to me, because I'm quite surprised that it's a marquee what you go into, like over there. It feels like it should be a proper building, but it looks to me like that could be, I'm only speculating here, but it looks like they could be building like a new area there as well, what leads in. I'd assume if they were doing this bit over here, they're definitely going to be doing that. But yeah, this would be great. Obviously, you're going to be able to go onto the roof up there, get some really nice views. All of the floors already being redone. You can tell that's been done recently. In fact, there's still all sand around. Yeah, so opening in 2019 at some point. There you are, look, there's a... Oh yeah, a little big indoor area, look. Yeah, look at that. That's really nice. that'll be a lot better when that's complete. I mean, it's great on here anyway, but it'll be even better when it's all located in that nice new fresh building. You'll be able to see the torch there as well with the flame. I wonder if you'll be able to stand on that in there. But yeah, there you go, Statue of Liberty Museum. These views are amazing though from here. Some of the best views you can get over of Manhattan. More information to read just there. But yeah, I didn't realise how far it was out. It really shocked me, that has. The Manhattan Skyline, One World Trade Center, not quite complete there. Empire State Building off to the left. Brooklyn Bridge to the right. Of course, the World Trade Center there, 1973 to September the 11th, 2001. And that's the Manhattan Skyline in 1934. Crazy, isn't it, how time has moved on. But yes, let's head around this way on the massive space that we've got here. So just to put it into perspective of where we were, obviously earlier on I was there on the right hand side where I came off the ferry. There's only the one company that do ferries out here, so make sure you do go for that, Statu Cruises. Make sure you are checking that, because I believe there are quite a few different companies that might try to con you and things with that, so definitely make sure that you're checking these things 100%. Check everything, check all the documents, tickets, details, for everything what you do. That's my advice for you. It's my one thing that I do all the time. I 100% make sure that I'm checking everything so it's all secure. But yeah, let's walk around this way and have a look at the front before wrapping up the video. 100% that's going to be the new entrance area to the pedestal and the crown. You can see there the new building that's gone in, and the lockers out the front there as well. So yeah, pretty much confirms that that's going to be the new entrance area. It's a little bit further round actually, it's on the side instead of round the back of the statue. Another helicopter coming in here for a nice close-up look. They come really close to some of these structures, don't they? It means you get an amazing view. God, I bet that's great up there. Fantastic. Ah, here we go. Even all the signage is in here, look. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's ready to go, this is, isn't it? You can see that's all going to be the new entrance area just over there. It's better actually. It'll be a lot better when it's done. Of course, next time I come here, and this will be one of the last videos documenting all of this as well. Yeah, this tells us all the plans. New landscapes area coming in. Wow, look at that. The camera makes it feel like it's actually further away than what it is, but it's really close, that is. Yeah, these are the best views in my opinion. These are probably the best views on the island, and that's without even going into the middle section, to be honest. Or, you know, you don't feel disappointed if you can't get a ticket to go to the top, because the views are actually better from ground level in my opinion. But of course it's the experience of going up there, isn't it? It's crazy to think that I've been all the way up that structure. We'll have a little zoom in, shall we, on where I was stood. Right up the top. In there. Can we see anyone? Can just make out a couple of people. Very impressive. So before wrapping up this video here from the Statue of Liberty on Liberty Island, let's have a little zoom in yet again, just so we can appreciate her in all her glory. Starting off from the torch up there at the top. I bet that staircase in there, well, I say staircase, that set of ladders, it's very scary inside there. Wow. Down to the crown itself. Standing right in there around an hour ago. Fascinating. The structure itself is amazing to see in person, and it's huge as well. It's really surprised me just how big it is, and also how far it is away from the city. Like I say, it's been probably the biggest surprise, I would say, of the trip so far. That, and also when the screens went up at the One World Trade Center yesterday. So make sure you check out that video, because that was a wow moment. Basically at the top of the observatory, just over there. I say just over there, it's a long way away from here. But yeah, up the top there, and then in the cinema room, and the screens lifted up and the view was just there in front of me. Absolutely incredible. But it's absolutely freezing over here. I think that means it's time to head off. Of course, thank you very much for joining me for another video here on Adventure Sean. And yeah, it's been great coming over here to the Statue of Liberty and onto Liberty Island and getting my hair messed up, as you've seen. It's been a mess all trip, hasn't it? Let's be honest. It needs to cut when I get back. But there you go. Thank you very much for joining me. Check out the many other videos. I could stand here for quite a while now and list them all off, but there's loads. But definitely highlights include my cycle ride through Central Park, and of course the 3 different observatories over in Manhattan as well. So make sure you check that out. There's still some other videos to come here on the channel, so make sure you also watch those ones. And yeah, it's great to see that Adventure Sean has, you know, really started now where I wanted it to go. Lots of different videos going on live from this trip. I plan on doing a lot when I get back to the UK, videos around Manchester, Liverpool, London, and so much more. Well, thank you, Statue of Liberty. And before a seagull poos on my head, yeah, I'm going to just say one more thing to you all. Of course, God bless America. Thank you very much for watching this video, and get out there and what was it again? What'd she say? Yeah, get out there and have your own adventures. See you soon.